Hello and welcome. In today's discussion, we are going to talk about something which creates a lot of doubts and difficulties for the average entrepreneur, and that is how to choose a name for a company. Now, every company's name has to consist of two components. The first part is the unique component. Now, the unique component, as the name suggests, is the name which you have chosen specially for your company. Let's take a very famous company, Infosys. That's Infosys Software Solutions, say Private Limited. Let's assume that that is the name of the company. In that name, the word Infosys, or the first part of the company's name, that is the unique component. So how do you choose the unique component? Most people have this question. A very good practice is to bring together two words in the English language. For example, information and systems. You bring it together to form the word Infosys. If you're unable to bring together two words of the English language, take the two names of the founders. So for example, your one founder's name is Ravi, your other founder's name is Rakesh. So you can combine the two words Ravi and Rakesh in any form or shape to come up with a completely unique or completely different word which you can have as the name of your company. So this is a very common practice which people use to come up with a unique component. Now, the unique component does not need to have any meaning in the English language. Take the word Infosys itself. The word Infosys doesn't have any meaning in the English language. So if you look up the dictionary for the word Infosys, you won't find any meaning. The second part of the company's name, now that we have covered the unique component, is the descriptive component. And here again, it's very important to make certain observations. The descriptive component should very specifically and clearly describe what your business does. For example, if you provide software solutions or you provide software services, some people are tempted to say, can I have my company name as say XYZ Services Private Limited? We strongly advise against that. Let the descriptive component be very clear, very specific, and very descriptive, so that it completely covers what your business does. If you make motor cars, like say Tata Motors, or if you make hair dryers, or if you provide software services, let it be very clear. So if you make motor cars, for example, you can call it say XYZ Motor Cars Private Limited. Or if you provide say consultancy or architectural services, you can say XYZ Architectural Consultancy and Design Services. That's a very clear and specific name, and your chances of approval go up dramatically. So what are some of the say do's and don'ts when it comes to naming a company? As far as the unique component is concerned, please note it is very important that we avoid abbreviations. For example, say ABC Private Limited. Today, very often abbreviations are rejected or they're not approved by the government as far as company names. In the past, companies like KPMG, they have been approved. But today, abbreviations are more and more increasingly being rejected by the ROC. So please avoid abbreviations if possible. Similarly, don't try to use the word India or Hindustan in your company name. Again, the chances of rejection go up dramatically. Avoid using India, avoid using Hindustan. Thirdly, don't use common words. For example, if your company is into solar energy, then if you call it Solar Power Energy Private Limited, that's going to be definitely rejected. Or Sun Energy Private Limited, again definitely going to be rejected. So think of words which are unique, think of words which are different, think of words which are not used before, and then your chance of approval goes up dramatically. Another thing you can do on your own before you suggest a company name to our team is to actually check the websites of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the trademark website. So for the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, you can definitely log on to www.mca.gov.in/M, that's numerical 21. I'll repeat that, it's www.mca.gov.in/MCA21, and you can check on the left hand side of the page, slightly below, you'll find check company or LLP name. You can click on that link, enter the company name which you are interested in, and you will automatically get a result as to whether the company name is available or not. So it's a very good practice to check yourself whether the company name is available. So it will make the process much faster from your perspective. Some of the other common questions which we keep getting asked are, can I have the same name for my company as I had for my proprietorship? So the answer is no, because a proprietorship is not actually registered with the government of India. A private limited company is registered with the government of India. So it's very, very different in the case of a proprietorship and in the case of a private limited company. So even if you have got your name registered for your proprietorship, there is no guarantee that you'll get the same name registered for your private limited company. So sometimes when names get rejected, people ask, is there any way to guarantee that a company's name will be approved? What if I pay a little more? Can I guarantee that the company name will be approved? Today there is a very clear process, there are clear naming guidelines, and there are clear systems which have to be followed when you're naming a company. So the process has actually been made completely automated, completely online. So there is no guarantee that any name can be approved or will be disapproved. But to increase your chances, please look at this video as many times as you need to. Go through the naming guidelines, talk to our team if you want to, but make sure your unique component is very unique. It's something which you have specifically chosen for your company, and the descriptive component very clearly describes what your company does. If you have got both of these things broadly covered or well covered, then there is a very good chance that your company name will be approved and you can proceed smoothly with your company incorporation. Thank you very much.